And I swear to my total regular, we gon' let them hit fire, we gon' let it go. If it ain't so, then gotta go. I just wanna know what for the kids show. Hello and welcome back to another video. Now today, or this video, is going to involve a lot of different things, going from ASUU strike to me donating stuff, not me, my organization, or the organization I'm currently working with, donating stuff to a school, and to just generally being homeless in Kano. So yeah, stay tuned and I hope you enjoy the video. So my last video, I talked about study tips and how to generally study better as a student. And then ASUU, if you don't know ASUU, it is Association of Students Union. What the fuck? I don't know what ASUU means. Anyway, it is a union filled with lecturers in a federal schools that, you know, all they do is go on strike. So I can't really tell you what the union is based on, but it is a union filled with lecturers from federal universities. And so after my video came out, they decided to go on a general strike. So meaning I'm out of school. So they said it's a warning strike that's just going to be a month, but people are so sure. Everyone is so sure that it's going to turn into an indefinite strike. I'm sorry, let me change music. People are so shocked that it's going to be an indefinite strike that they're already packing. I saw this girl with her gas, all her boxes, everything. She's out. She's out. Because what people don't realize is that there's some people that live miles away from here, miles away from school. They came here just to school, and like going forward and backward, it's really exhausting. And so some people just picked up their stuffs and left. And there's the thing about me, I have FOMO, fear of missing out. So if I see a lot of people leaving, I'm going to leave as well, even though I have no place to go. So I live in Abuja and I'm studying in Kano, so like going back and forth, I didn't really want to do that, so I wanted to stay here for the entirety of the month. But then I saw everyone leaving and I was like, well, I have to leave too, don't I? But then this thing came up, like I'm going to be talking about it later, so I can't leave till then. And so I'm not homeless because I have a lot of people here, but my parents are here, my family isn't here, my immediate family really isn't here. So I'm going to be spending a couple of days with my friend, and I'm kind of donating the stuff. The stuff I'm donating is to her grandmother's. I keep saying I'm donating, it's my organization. The organization I'm working for is donating some stuff to her grandma's school. So that's entirely why I am in her house, but not necessarily, because we're also going to watch some movies and chill, and I'm going to enjoy life. And my brother also lives in Kano, but I don't want to cook for him. I don't want to cook, I don't want to clean, I don't want to do anything. So living in my friend's house is pretty much how I get to escape that. So stay tuned again, and more to come. So if I haven't made it obvious with all of the videos I've made, I'm a law student. And so I was watching this Netflix series called La Venganza de las Juanas, which is the revenge of the Juanas, but Netflix calls it the 5 Juanas. So in that series, there are two people, a man and a woman, and they think they're siblings, but they have this passion for each other. No way, I'm going to relate it to the law any minute now. So you have this passion, but then they found out they were siblings and they couldn't be together, and it's all just about this tension in the room, like, oh, I want to be with you, but we're siblings. And so someone wanted to get them together and kind of make them do the deed, and so he could turn them in for incest. And I was like, turn them in for incest? Is incest a crime? And then I posted it and I was like, how is this a crime? And everyone came after me. Everyone was like, of course it's a crime. Why wouldn't it be a crime? Incest, ew. And it's disgusting, to be honest. I'm not an advocate for incest, but isn't a lot of things we do disgusting? I mean, like, who does it affect? Because what I know about crimes, what I generally know about crimes, I'm just in second year, so I'm not fully engrossed in the law. But what I know about crimes is that they have to affect someone. They have to affect a particular thing or like an environment. So who does incest affect? Me? I'm in my friend's house. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect anyone. We're just chilling. So I'm confused. I want to know.
Due to my immense confusion on why incest is a crime, I would really appreciate it if you had any comments. You could drop them down below so I could better understand why incest is a crime. Thank you.
And if they have kids, yes, it really has negative effects on the kids. They're going to have some defects, I think. Some will not be able to taste salt or like physical deformity. But aside from that, I can understand them not being allowed to get married, but banning the entire life.
Now I'm watching Gilmore Girls with my friend. And I know a lot of people hate spoilers, but I'm kind of a fan of spoilers, and my friend is an avid spoiler. So, lucky me, right?
So I'm going to talk about the organization that's sponsoring this donation that I'm going to do, and just kind of give a little bit of backstory to what it's about. So about a year ago, I think it's almost a year now, I applied to be a girls advocate for gender equality, and I got the gig. So what it basically stands for, there are two organizations that are spearheading this entire project. One is called SWAG, to Stand With a Girl Initiative, and the second one is called SEGAI. I forgot it. It stands for like empowerment, empowering women, and making sure that there's equality in the world and there's equal opportunities for all the genders. And now, what this project is basically doing is, we all realize that there's no gender equality in full sense in Nigeria or anywhere really. So what this project wants to do is wants to create gender equality from the ground up. So we believe that every problem from society stems from the mindset. It starts from the younger ones, like the saying that goes, the hate you give little infants basically messes up everyone. I don't want to use the F word, but yeah, it messes with everyone. So what this organization wants to do, what this project wants to do, is impact in the younger generation. So when they grow up, they can better be able to say, okay, I advocate for gender equality, because to be honest, trying to infiltrate and trying to change the mindset of people who have already grown up with a certain mentality is not really going to help towards the cause of gender equality. So what this project is aimed at doing is trying to develop women and develop people in general on how to get girls in positions of power, positions to make decisions, positions to say, okay, I want to have this choice. I want to be able to say, oh, I don't want to be a housewife, I want to be this, oh yeah, I want to be a housewife, but I also want to do some certain things. So I personally, I'm from Kano, so I actually chose girl education because I felt like that was much more of a problem in the north. So I advocate for like girls going to school more as opposed to them not going to school, and them actually valuing school, because it's a normal thing to go to school nowadays. It's a normal thing to be like, okay, I know it's not everywhere, but it's a normal thing to say, okay, I want to go to school, I want to acquire education, but no one really knows why. I remember as a child getting up at 5 in the morning to get ready for school. I didn't want to go. I didn't know the value of it. I didn't know why I was doing it. I just know it was something that was done, and so I had to do it as well. But we want to get kids to the point where they know the value of education. They know the value and the power it brings. You know, having that knowledge, having the ability to say, okay, this is what this means. This is how this thing works, and having ambitions. I want to be a lawyer, I want to be an engineer, not just I want to graduate secondary school and get married, which is practically what almost every northern girl thinks. Not a lot, not all of them, but a huge percentage. That is what they're made to believe. That, okay, I'm just going to school so I can be able to teach my child this. And that's beautiful as well, being able to teach your children, but also having dreams of your own, having passions of your own. So yeah, this project, God, I feel like I spiraled for a while there. This project is aimed at influencing children, and most particularly the female girl child, to have ambitions, to have passions, to know that her life doesn't end in the kitchen, it doesn't end in the home. She can have big dreams and big aspirations, and then if she chooses to not do those things, it would be by her own choice. This portion of the project is aimed at giving back, like community service sort of. So I'm going to be giving, through my organization, I'm going to be donating a bunch of things that I think the school needs, just to like help them read in a better environment, help them study in a better environment, and learn better there, in essence. So yeah, that's what this video is about. So stay tuned, people. And if you're not a girls advocate for gender equality, please be one, because we need a lot of allies. Like basically these things are just going to help them read better without having to worry about, oh, we're in a dirty environment, we're in an unkempt place, the kettles is to make them pray, you know, because we're Muslims, we're good Muslims out there. So yeah. After donating the supplies, I decided to teach for a couple of hours because I've actually taught at the school before. Just English, nothing fancy. And so like that was basically what I donated. We donated parkas, brooms, dustbins, kettles for, you know, performing ablution for praying, and then markers, because I actually taught at the school for a couple of weeks back before I started schooling. And so like I noticed that all the time I was always asking, oh, is there marker? We'll get marker from this person. So I decided that okay, donating marker would also be a good fit. And like realizing that okay, I am this huge advocate for women's rights, gender equality, empowering the girl child. Basically, this was a very fulfilling thing to do. And the particular school that I went to, the principal was a female. She was so nice. And there's a stereotype about females in the workplace, or like that women are so bitchy or so cruel. And I think it's just the stereotype around it, because if a man does the exact same thing a woman does, then it's seen as a normality. But if a woman does it, oh, she's being a bitch, she's being rude. So I think we're trying to kill that notion that a woman is harsher just because she's in a work setting, especially lecturers and teachers. Everyone just has this idea that they're worse. And what we don't realize, and what my friend told me once, is that these women feel the need to make their stands known. Okay, I don't take rubbish. I am, just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I'm going to be lenient. I'm going to make the rules. I'm going to apply the rules as I see that they should be applied. And so in her attempt to try and make sure that no one disrespects her, people now take it as she's coming off as rude. But I've personally never met a female lecturer or female teacher that was excessively rude or excessively more harsh than she needed to be. If you do the right thing, there wouldn't be any consequences. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a little snippets of parts of my life, and it's not really that long. I actually noticed that this video was not that long at all, but stay tuned, there will be more to come. I have said stay tuned within the past few weeks, more so than I have said stay tuned in my entire life. But yeah, stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed the video, of course, and if you have any suggestions, anything you'd like me to do, anything you'd like to see, please leave a comment. I will always and forever reply your comments.